All right. Now, in closing, we talked a lot about, and you heard different people do some of the things that I do. You heard some other people do some of the other things that other speakers do. But that's okay because what we're going to do for 2015 is embrace this concept. Collaboration beats competition. And you know, me and Ron Wilson talked about this a couple years ago. He wanted to establish this. You know, stop looking at everybody as your competitor. Why do we have 15 different seminars going on like this? Well, we got all the information, all the quality individuals. And myself, Katrina, and a couple other people come together and bring our networks together and collaborate. You know what we're going to do? We're going to fill a room with 1,000, which is extremely attractive to any and everybody that we want to do business with, that we want to try to obtain some things from. So embrace, from this day on, embrace collaboration beats competition. You know, we got to come together, we got to support one another and not think that we're going to do everything. All right, I want to also embrace and acknowledge, actually, we talked about websites. So thank you. We talked about websites. We talked about social media. If your computer is down, you can't do any of that. It don't matter. So, you know, my new IT guy, you know, right here to keep you on track and make sure that everything is in line. When you go to our website, it is up. You know, so you got to have your computer. Now, if you don't have a great computer guy, you know, make sure you reach out to the man right here and get his information. Very professional. He is experience in the industry. Academic is Rhonda Jones. If you don't have a financial person, you know, I love people who step out once again and control their own destiny. You know, make sure that you reach out to her so you can set the foundation to get your finances together. You know, your financial, your savings, your retirement plan. Because as you say, when you go in, not to
we have to start connecting more too. Yeah, absolutely. I manage Melanie and Mara.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that's my artist. That's my only artist. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Man of many things.
Yeah, I'm trying to make some things happen.
As soon as he finished, we'll go rock it.
We gotta get together on her too because
Okay.
we got a lot of insight.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
We both manage our life and most of the
Gotcha.
business side of the life.
Yeah.
Everything you're saying is in the story.
And we'll be
Y'all
held
wanna
against you. Is camera or are you actually ready?
Yeah, you're actually live.
Oh, okay. This is
You're
one.
live.
Oh, over here. Yeah. I knew that. But that's off air, right?
Hey, send me that picture. Send me that picture if you don't mind. Can you text it to me?
You want them to text it to you?
Yeah, text it to me.
Which number? The one on the card?
On the card.
Can you text that to me?
Well, I need to get you a Melanie too.
Okay.
Yeah. That 404 number, 901. Top the big number.
449. Yeah, no, make sure Rob.
for free.
Hey, Rob.
Talk about these things, talk about your business. You know, he's also a part of the team that we're doing to bring business together. We have to pull our together.
We'll get him in.
Lastly,
Go ahead. Oh, he's gonna take it.
if anybody wants to follow up and continue to meet you have this sheet right here. This is ongoing. And one thing
Okay. Yeah, we can do that. All right, we're wrapping it up here at a very informational event. I have the pleasure to be here with the one and only Don Jacobs,
Yes,
a good
sir,
friend of
yes,
mine
sir.
for many years.
Absolutely,
Man. Welcome aboard,
absolutely. All right.
SRN Network.
All
What you
right.
up doing out here, man?
Man, I had learning, growing, trying to be productive.
Right.
You've
been an entrepreneur all your life.
My whole life. Never
Yeah.
in my life had a job, never doing a job interview. Can't even imagine it.
Man,
Yeah.
how many people can say that?
I can say it.
Yeah.
I've never in my life done the job interview. I've always been a big believer in I create opportunities. I don't look for them.
What is it about being an entrepreneur that you like the best?
You
There are
know,
many things, but what
yeah,
sticks out?
I would say what sticks out for me is I just enjoy the art of winning. I've always wanted to be in my own, being kind of in control
Yeah.
of the results,
Yeah.
and I like to make sure that I give good experiences to people, and so that's what my drive is.
Now, your forte, you're a man of many expertise, but we'll say your forte has definitely been real estate. You've
Absolutely,
excelled at that greatly.
absolutely.
What got you into real estate?
Sitting around broke, played professional
Really?
basketball for 10 years.
Yeah, right.
When I
Right.
stopped playing ball, I ran out of money sitting around trying to figure out what I was going to do. Real estate looked attractive to me, looked at the numbers in it. And if I was going to sell something, I wanted to sell something that had some zeros behind
Yeah.
it. So
Certainly, real estate is that.
I absolutely got excited about it and put my nose down and been there 24 years now.
You're one of the few people having been in real estate, myself, not to the length of you, but definitely was in the marketplace, willing and dealing, that survived the so-called crash. You're still willing and dealing. What was it about that? What you did versus the pretenders? I like to call them.
Right. I didn't know there was a crash, to be
Wow.
honest with you.
Nice. Yeah.
Because when the market's good or bad, we make money in real estate.
There's somebody buying, right?
All that happened
Yeah.
was the prices went down.
Right.
Right. If you don't become a student of your game and beat your craft, you're going to crash at whatever it is you do. So the folks who didn't become a student of the game and didn't beat their craft, they got out of the business, and they're coming back now because they're understanding the value of a good education. That's where House Church, the company I deal with, and what I'm doing now, that's where we come in at now. We're starting to support people and educate them and make sure that people come into the business properly.
Well, and I think that's what was missing from the industry before, is that people were just coming in.
Right.
Education wasn't playing a major factor in it. So how are you guys being able to, what are you actually informing people and people who are interested in coming into business?
Well, I see a lot of guys going to these weekend seminars and paying all this money to go to these
That was
seminars.
big business all by itself.
Still
right?
is. And
Yeah.
I try to tell people you can't learn this business in 2 days.
Mm.
So for us, it's all about an ongoing foreclosure experience, not just education, but an ongoing foreclosure experience where you get to actually learn the business, go in the field, do all the things, dot your I's and cross your T's, do all those things that are going to be important for you in the future.
Love it.
And just make sure that it's a continual growth.
Yeah.
Even now, I'm still learning, still growing.
That's hard to believe, but I know you're right.
Yeah, been in 24 years, I'm still growing. So I'm just excited about where the market's going, because it's going nowhere but up. And I think real estate really controls the economy.
It does. There's no way around that.
Right.
So House Jerk is the company. Tell people real quick some of the services you provide.
We're actually an ongoing foreclosure experience.
Mm-hmm.
So we really educate, really have high standards of education in real estate. Also, we go out in the field. We have tons of written material as well as webinars, seminars, and conference calls. And we give everybody a website. So all their contracts and everything's on the back office of it.
Go ahead and give your contact information and your website if you would, sir.
My contact information is 404-901-3817. Again, 404-901-3817, and that's housejerk.com. And the Jerk Pod is about speed, not about the individual. So in real estate, we recognize that you got to move with speed.
You do.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Don.
Thank
It's a
you,
pleasure,
brother.
man.
All right.
All right. Can you do a quick drop for me?
That's okay.
All right. So all you have to do is say, I'm Don Jacob with House Jerk, and you're listening to Survival Radio Network.
Okay.
On you.
I'm Don Jacobs with House Jerk. You're listening to Survival Real Estate.
That's all right. Survival Radio Network.
Survival Radio. Okay.
We're going to edit it out. So.
Okay. I'm Don Jacobs with House Jerk. You're listening to Survival Radio Network. Have a good day.
Thank you, brother.
All right.
Appreciate you, man. Let's talk. No, man, that was perfect. So just call you on this number? Okay, I will, Don.
Like what you guys are doing, man.
I appreciate it, man. From scratch.
I know that's right.
Brother Rob. Mr. Rob.
Right, thank you.
We'll get you in and get you out, sir. I gotta talk to you. I gotta talk to the man.
Nah, man, I'm just trying to get equal.
You ready? All right, again, we're out here at a wonderful event for business owner, entrepreneur. Survival Radio Network is here with the one and only Mr. Rob Wilson, financial guru. It's all right if I call you a guru, right?
Hey, well, I get it done.
Yeah,
I get it done.
yeah. You know, I was very pleased to see the whole coming at the financial, all of the things you talked about, how to become financial literate. You came from a different perspective that most people would probably argue with you. That, how dare you say something like that? And I really appreciate you sitting here today and not going with the masses. And I know you're not a going with the masses kind of guy.
Well, there are some things that are basic, and as long as we don't complicate them or dilute them, we can go ahead and proceed and move forward in life.
Yeah.
Sometimes I return to my hometown in North Carolina, and I see people who have never left that corner, left that block. And I remember coming to the city being homeless, not having a home to live in. And now I have I guess I can say it, I have a 4,500 square foot home.
There you go.
Out in the suburbs of the city that I own. And then I have rental property, and it all came from, realizing that there's another level in the process. And I share something with you. I was just talking with some young teenagers, and they were talking about they got to go out and get that cheese.
Right.
I'm like, you don't even know where cheese come from.
Whoa, like that.
You don't understand what cheese is.
Yeah.
See, well, you're trying to get something that's hard and molded. You got to realize the process and where it came from. See, the cheese came from that soft butter that raised up to the top, that cream. And that soft butter is the producer. See, the cheese is like Shaq or Michael Jordan receiving their check from the NBA, from their owner. The soft butter is the check writer. So what would you prefer to have, the check or write the check? And understanding finance and understanding business put us in a position to say, you know what, I want the ability to write the check. I'm not looking for a paycheck. I want to write that check, because writing that check changes the level and the degree in which we go after things.
You're absolutely right. And that starts with first knowing what the heck you're doing.
You got to know that. You got to have a blueprint.
Why do we always want to, when I say we, who I'm talking about?
Yes, absolutely.
Why do we bypass that stage? Why do we think we can bypass that stage? Like you said, young men of today, we're going to get that.
We don't have enough time for that. But I tell you what I would do. I'll tell you what I do.
But you do have a viewpoint on it, right?
I do.
Okay.
And I tell you something. We do that because we fail to see some of the most critical transitions in our life. Martin Luther King was assassinated. And when he was assassinated, he had, it was right before he began to talk about the economics.
Yeah.
Equality.
Start a whole nother initiative.
Oh, a whole new war.
Was it the silver? It was something about silver. I don't want to mess it up,
but he was getting ready to take it to a whole nother level.
Yeah.
Well, he had some lieutenants that was with him. And after his assassination and his funeral, you have not seen those 3 lieutenants in the same room ever since. That is the division that you find among our community and our society. One of those lieutenants went off and created a network of where he received money for nonprofits to help better educate.
Allegedly.
Referendum.
Right.
What is it called? We wanted to be paid. What was it? I can't even think of it. It slips from my mind right now. But the money has been paid. BP, you go down and look at a lot of many corporations pay billions of dollars into that organization.
Yeah.
You see no work from that organization in the African American community. Another one became an ambassador and then later a mayor. And one has became a state senator 100 times over. But you still can't find them in the same room.
Wow.
And that speaks volume to the disconnect that we have as a community.
Sure.
So when we start looking for shortcuts, we only have to look back at our history.
Well, let everybody know, Rob, because it's important that we get started. How can they find you? What's the best way to contact you, and any information you want to give people?
Wealth Increasing Now is the website. Wealth Increasing Now is the website. You can, all the contact information is there. There you can find out about the book, and you'll find out some concepts, some ideas about, how to change your mindset, your perspective, because it's time for a paradigm shift.
It is.
And, sometimes, and I say this and I shut up, even those of us who are coaches, individual coaches, have never really defined or understood the meaning of two critical words: power and paradigm. Power, the definition of power is the capacity and the ability to act and perform effectively. It's not about weight. It's not about who you know. It's not about strength. It's about the capacity and the ability to act and perform effectively. A paradigm and a paradigm shift is a set of assumptions, goals, and ideas that are pursued consistently. So when you look at those things and you think about it, when do we change our minds? When do we recognize what our ability is, what our capacity is, and then act and perform effectively with it, consistently with it? Whatever we do, we have to do it well and do it consistently.
Wow. Hey, you know what? We'll end on that because that's great. I got to go home and think about that. Because, based on your definition,
it ain't mine now.
Well, the definition you gave. Power, because we think power has to be given to us.
Yes.
You can obtain power based on that definition.
Based on your capacity. What is your capacity? What is it that you do well? Yeah. And one of the things that I get in an argument with a lot of people, they say, well, nobody is perfect. You will never be perfect, but you can be excellent. And excellent is the closest thing that you can get to being perfect.
Man, Rob, I gotta get you on my show, man. We gotta talk.
Hey, anytime, man. Anytime.
Maybe we can get you on the next one. We'll talk about that. We'll pray on that.
Yes, sir.
Now, because you know what, you can say whatever the hell you want on mine.
I can actually tell the story about shit.
Yes.
Do you know the story about shit? Do you know the story about shit?
No, give us the story.
Real quickly. There was this clown, and he got paid for going behind horses doing parades and different events, shoveling the shit behind the horses every time they dropped it. And one crazy day, he was sitting somewhere, and someone was talking about using shit, manure, to fertilize plants. So for weeks and months, he's been shoveling this stuff and then digging a hole and wasting it, just covering it up. He decided, instead of covering it up, to add more compost to it and dirt, and then he packaged it up and he went out and sold it. And he became a multimillionaire.
Get out of here.
He became a multimillionaire with national contracts with Home Depot and Lowe's from shoveling shit, taking manure and making it compost that we all use in our gardens.
That's a hell of a story.
So whenever you find yourself, and this is what the moral to that story was, whenever you find yourself in a position where you're shoveling shit, others might laugh at you. Recognize your capacity. Recognize where you are and change the course of it.
Nice. Because it can be done.
It can be done. If you can make $1 million shoveling shit.
Ooh, love it. Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
All right. Let me get Brian. Where's Brian? Let me get us a quick shot. Real quick. Shan, you have a seat.
Oh, I have a seat.
Hey, Brian, can I get a quick shot with us?
Let me have a seat.
We're just gonna
My mama.
Okay. Yeah, and when you take some
Brian, you come inside. You're on the house. Come on in, sir.
Sir.
I'm wonderful myself.
You don't often get us out like that. You're just women all the time. Yeah, get up there, space.
Keep going, man.
Yeah, I got the
What's up, Tilly? What you doing?
He told me to sit down. I gotta figure out
You're
what
about to
I'm
work.
doing.
You about to get interviewed.
Oh wow.
Come on over to me. Come on over here.
All right, fantastic. I'm over here. Mr. Clark, how you doing?
I am supercalifragilistic.
That sounds like something I want to say.
Is it?
My word is like super fantastic.
I was gonna say that one, but I said let me do something really fly.
Really fly.
For Shan. All right,
All
so we
right.
can get going. So
Okay.
Shan, we're out here. Well, not Shan.
I'm glad you
Ladies and
said.
gentlemen in audience. Look who we got.
No.
No, he doesn't like the name badge.
Oh, okay.
We are just about wrapping up. This has been a wonderful event for entrepreneurs and small businesses. Viber Radio Network out live remote as always. We are out here with the wonderful, and I don't want to nickname you. Full name.
Tashan Parks Twyman.
I call him Shan.
Yeah, my friends call me Shan, but don't call me and call me Shan. I might think it's my mom.
So listen, you gave a very good, dynamic, and interesting speech. We'll call it a short excerpt on the power of social media.
Yes.
Most people gloss over. We know that, right? Most business owners totally don't get because either they're way too old or they say they're way too busy, which is an interesting phenomenon. How can you be too busy? And this is kind of my lead-in question to market your business for free in many cases.
Because they don't see social media as marketing. They see it as a wasting
Really?
of time.
It's a quadrillion-dollar industry, and they don't see it.
They don't see the connection because no one's yet really bridged. It's like telling me you can make all this money, but you don't tell me how.
Gotcha.
So we don't reach a certain segment of the business community and show them that bridge of how social media makes money. I could say for myself, I got into this industry a year and a half ago after being in a severe car accident and I couldn't walk. So my income fell apart.
True.
And my girlfriend was saying, well, you learn how to blog. And I always had one question, how do you make money with no profit?
Good question.
Like, I've never known, because traditional businesses, we're exchanging products or services.
Yeah.
But in social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, they made billions of dollars with no money, no product.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, how do you do that?
That's an interesting. I never looked at it that way.
And so what happened is I had to go ask, seek, and knock for information to find out what were these companies about. And this may speak a little bit differently for my traditional business owner. I came from non-traditional industry. The network marketing, multi-level marketing is how I got into business. But Facebook is an internet marketing, email marketing, and network marketing company all in one. They sell the list. You know, when you know those pyramid or those companies
Sure.
you have, they want you to make a what?
A
A
list.
list. So you can market to people, right?
Right.
What do you think you do when you sign up with your name and your email to Facebook?
You got a list.
A billion lists.
Yeah.
And when you click on it, social media and technology allows you to capture these things called pixels. And I'm not talking about your camera. So wherever you go on the internet, it follows you.
Wow.
So when you come back to Facebook, it markets to whatever you were looking for.
You know, I recently figured that out.
Right.
You know, you think I'm a smart guy, but because I went to a site and bought something, went to Facebook, and they market exactly what I bought in the right-hand corner. And I was like, either that's eerie or there's a connection.
There is a connection, and it's a platform because when you realize that we are a social creature
Yeah.
and we share information, and marketing was what? Free. So we could create a platform for you to, like worker bees. Work bees inadvertently pollinate flowers
Sure.
because they're taking the pollen from flower to flower.
Right.
You're taking the marketing message from your friends to your friends. Every time you talk to someone, tag them, tell them what you like. You're marketing for free.
Well, you made a good point, and let's belabor that, because for people who say that it's too much work, I don't get it.
Right.
You're doing that for someone else, whether you like it or not, right? You're making someone else money
Right.
when you're on social media,
Right.
whether you like it or not. 9 times out of 10.
Correct.
Because you're talking about an event that happened, like you
You
said.
check, every time you check in,
Right.
you're marketing.
Right. So why not market for yourself?
Because honestly, the setup is the most difficult part. I took a whole year to learn just basically basic setup. And most business owners, we can't take
Definition of setup.
how to set up my Facebook profile,
Gotcha.
how to set up my fan page.
Gotcha.
That's hours of time directed somewhere else.
Sure.
And you take your eyes off the prize of bringing in and generating income with something you already know how to do. And if most business owners take 2 days, 3 days, 4 days off, you don't get a check.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is, I don't have time to do that.
Gotcha.
2, there are not many boutique companies like mine that work with small business owners on a very
Very
low
true.
budget.
Very, very.
So you have a
very
bunch of
true.
social media marketing companies that want big companies with big budgets so they can pay outsourcing staff. What I discovered by being on a low budget for myself are strategies to do things for free. Free strategies such as blogging, courses. My good friend right now, one of my companies, says that when in doubt, YouTube it out. YouTube will tell you everything.
You're right.
Everything, right?
Right.
You can ask Google for everything; they'll find it.
Right.
But right, once again, they don't have that kind of time. So what I do is I offer those same big budget services at a way fraction of the investment because I do things in volume.
So real quick for the audience, ramble off the services you offer. Just
Okay,
what you
I offer Facebook fan page setup, Facebook fan page maintenance. I offer how to blog. I set up blog profiles because you need to definitely be blogging. You need experts. You need to blog. If you don't know why, I offer a course on how to blog, how to set up your all your profiles on social media, how to market them, how to set them up, and I do consulting from a business standpoint of understanding marketing. Holding your hand. I do them through Google Hangouts. I do them over the phone. I don't take away from that business owner's time. So what they do is invest in the services. We do the setup. We have somebody maintaining those things. So really when it comes to social media, I really create that bridge on a personal level to understand if you don't have an online presence, in 5 years you won't be in business. If you don't have a presence on social media and your competitor does, they are beating you off the rip.
Yeah.
Because most
Not
people
even, it's not even a
most
contest.
people remember you used to go look up a company in the yellow pages.
Yeah.
I don't even have a phone book.
No one does, right? Unless
Right?
You're using it
What
for,
type of phone do you have?
I don't know what this thing is.
Let's
It's
see.
an Android.
Android.
Yeah.
On your phone, let me show you so quickly because while
Okay.
we're on the air,
No,
right?
that's
You have an
fine.
Android phone, right? You probably have a password or
No,
some
no,
kind of, okay.
I'm not that important.
Okay, there is an app on your phone which is called Google Search. Let's see if we can find Google Search. It's Google Search, and everyone has an Android phone. Go Team Android. It's called Google Search. You can click it. You can put the widget on there, and I can say, "Okay, Google," and Google. See the microphone.
Right.
Okay, Google. What's the circumference of the Earth?
Earth has a circumference 40,075 kilometers.
Wow, I never knew that was there.
Okay, Google. Find Brian Jubert. Google is a search engine. And if you don't have a presence, and the thing with social media is there's a difference between static sites and ones that are not static have updated. Blogs and social media are constantly updating with new information. Google is looking for the most fresh information. And the more people are tweeting your information is trending and tweeting, and they want to know what it's about. And Google puts you up here up front. So when you look for a particular topic, hashtags will tell you your topic, and your name is attached to that tag, then they find you. you can do that for free. But
Gotta know how.
you got to know how.
And that's where you come.
That's where I come in. But for people that do have a budget in marketing, you could have a robust marketing plan for under $500 a month. Rocking it. I'm gonna tell you some of the things you all want to have. You want to have a Facebook profile. You want to have a Facebook fan page. You want to have a LinkedIn page. You want to have a Google Plus page. You want to have a blog, and you want to be on Blog Talk Radio. Which I'm actually about to start my Blog Talk Radio show and launching it off in a month. My mentor said I should always be at a mic. I'm more effective on the mic than I am blogging. So I've taken the hard way for a year, show people how to make it work. I'm gonna get back on the mic. I never should have strayed. I've been kind of in the background, but I will say you definitely need the social media presence, because what it will do for you is learn to have your business on automation so you can make money while you're asleep.
You are the bomb. Let everybody know how we can get in touch with you.
You can get in touch with me.
We do want to get in touch with you.
It's interesting. I'm a social media consultant, but I prefer live conversations. So you can reach me on my phone number at 404-692-3926.
One more time.
404-692-3926. You can reach me also just informational only at www.tptwyman.com. I just have some brief information about myself and my social media marketing company. You can reach us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/panoramic ideals. That's PANORAMICIDEALS. Panoramicideals.com. I'm a horrible speller. Or panoramicideals.com. If you want some information about social media, you can find me Facebook /TP Twyman, Twitter TP Twyman, Instagram TP Twyman. So we have a lot of great things coming up. We're going to be launching a few brands.
Love it.
We're going to be launching some brands. So social media is interesting. I own a social media marketing company. That's not even my main business, but I love social media.
Let's stay in contact. We love what you're doing.
Absolutely.
All right.
Okay. Thank you so much.
All right. I think, we got Brian? Okay. Thank you.
I need one of these. Where'd you get this from, this particular camera?
That's just an HD. You can find them at Best Buy, online, eBay.
Yeah, do you know which version? I looked up one not too long ago.
Logitech?
It's a high def 720. Even follows you.
Oh, I need one of those.
Logitech.
Yes, because we're going to be doing.
Let me get Brian here.
Definitely high def.
Yes, we're going to do high definition because we're going to look at our Blog Talk Radio show and do live stream at the same time.
That's what we're doing now.
I do.
We're using Google Hangout.
We're in a Google Hangout. Love Google Hangout. Reach me on tptwyman.com on Google. I love Google. It's like Google does everything.
I'm a Hangout fanatic.
Oh my God. Listen, I know you were talking on if you guys caught the show about the speakers and getting on. I definitely want to I listen to Survival Radio all the time. Yes, and if you guys ever have an opening for a host, I'm raising up my hand.
You know we will.
Let me know. I'm telling you, because social media is a big part. Radio needs to be integrated social media because it's taking control back from the networks.
Yeah,
I know y'all don't want to hear that, but networks, ABC, I know you're my client, but let's be real.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. All right. Thanks so much.
Dear. Okay.
You have a good
I'll see
day.
you.
Bye bye.
They having another meeting on the 17th. I'm just waiting. Okay, but chances are now. I mean, it's too. I don't know.
Okay. Hey, B. I'm going to get you last. Give me just a second.
All right.
Okay. Figure out why I'm missing.
I don't know. You can the boy just asked me that too.
He like what he heard.
Yes.
Hello. Hey, where's your mom? She's getting where?
No, not yet.
Oh, were you at home?
Thank you. I appreciate you coming out, though.
Hello?
I met lots of people and a lot of businesses that I can bring.
Okay.
We're going.
All right.
I just got to make sure I got somebody.
We'll
coming.
connect.
Let me just tell her.
We'll connect. We'll schedule for Thursday.
She's been trying to call me.
Okay. I'll
Hello?
let's touch base about Wednesday.
Hey, what happened?
Back out of town on Thursday.
Okay.
I'll be here Wednesday.
Okay,
I don't know if that
okay.
works
Where's
for
your
you.
mom? You're at home?
Yeah, we may be able to squeeze
All right,
something
well, till
out.
I'm ready.
But
Just
you'll
come
be
get me.
out of town, then you'll be back on Wednesday.
Yeah, I'm
and
leaving
going
out,
back
and then I'll probably be leaving back out on Thursday
I just
to
want to make
Saturday.
sure she wouldn't.
Well, why don't we touch base
Maybe
Wednesday?
some makeup. I think we will
Okay.
do that.
You
Put some
wanna
makeup.
just reach out and
Yeah, that's fine. And,
Okay. Are you an early morning person? Can I call you at 8?
Well, yeah, I'll be on my way to the gym by then.
Okay.
Yeah, so that'd be fine.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
All right.
See,
Thank you.
It was nice meeting you. And oh, you were that one there. Right.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
guys are live, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do.
Oh.
All right. We'll get started if that's okay with you. Hey guys, we're wrapping up a wonderful event for entrepreneurs, about entrepreneurs, with the wonderful owner, operator, Richboi in the house, Mr. Brian Jubal. What's up, man?
Hey, man, just doing what I do,
Rise
man.
up, man. Rise. No, I'm sorry.
Hey, come on, man. It's supposed to be a good, positive interview, man.
We couldn't
There's
resist.
negative synergy in here, man.
Brian, you had a wonderful event with some great people and a great turnout, man. Today, what do you feel about this?
I feel good, man. I feel good, and I played the game, and like I said, it probably landed right where I thought it would. You know, we had about 115 people register, and we probably, at the end of the day, probably had more than 50% of that, which is the norm.
Right.
So we within the norm, you know, and
Well,
so
you know,
but
you affect change. That's what you want to do, right?
yeah, exactly.
And I think you did that today.
Yeah, and the good thing is that this is something that we're gonna do that's gonna be ongoing. So it's not we're gonna do it today and then let people go. So those people who didn't make it today, they're gonna have opportunity to make it later. We're gonna reinforce some of the stuff with the people who came today, and that's really what it was about. Connecting people. The platform for 2015 is collaboration beats competition.
I love that.
Yeah, and we gotta come together, man. And you know it because you're in the radio industry and you have people out here think they, our competitor, and I'm like, if we find ways to work together, we can just be as strong as any of these, traditional radio shows, TV shows, and everything else. And the same applies to business.
Yeah. I think people don't see that because when you say business, people think competitive nature. They think you're going to get what's mine. And so many times we don't come together to work as a collective body. But what you saw here today is a group of people with different niches who didn't even realize that collectively they can be advantageous to each other. And that's what I like about you bringing it together. Can you talk about that mindset of, you might be a printer service, you might be a holistic health doctor, but there's some symmetry there.
Yeah, well, it's always because 90% of the stuff in business, we all do the same.
Mm-hmm.
So we may be in different industries, but the process to get to the next level is the same with all businesses. So if I teach you some of the ways that I was able to move forward, you teach me some of the ways that you were able to move forward. Now I use some of your methods, you use some of mine. That's additional information that we have to help all of us grow.
Wow.
But then the thing is that you never know at what point that we need to do business with each other.
Right.
So it's always that opportunity for growth. If it's just not doing business, but it's even information, that's growth. That's probably even more growth.
Well, a lot of information was given here today. I learned a lot, and I think, I'm pretty well versed, but there was tons of stuff that I got to institute in my own business and in life in general. There is a lot of things. We interviewed a lot of people today, and each one of them got a different takeaway from what you guys discussed today. I just want to talk about, why is this important for you, Brian?
Man,
Because let me set this up. You've been there, done that, right?
Yeah.
You are successful. I'm just going to call a spade a spade. You are successful now. You have an established company, almost 20 years in the business, and you don't need to give back. And a lot of people don't. They just, hey, I made it. You get yours. I got mine. But this is important to you. Why?
Well, it's extremely important. And when I hear people say, and I may even say that, and I got to catch myself when I say, I don't need to give back, because if I don't do one more piece of marketing, my business will grow every year because my clients refer people. So, but when I think about it, I do, because to whom much is given, much is required. And so it's really my duty, though, man. And I always, and people laugh, and I say it, I jokingly, seriously mean it, but I'm the chosen one. I'm the
Right.
and I say that, and I'm the chosen one because I
Right.
look at the things that I've been through.
Yeah.
I've looked at the things that I've done. I've looked at the people that helped me along the way and say, no, what? This is bigger than me. Somebody put me in a position to keep going because I could have easily quit. I could have easily said, well, no, I could have easily went another direction. But for somebody, meaning God, to put me in a position to keep going, keep moving, I gotta pass that to somebody else. And so I really believe that it's my duty to give back, to see others grow. But then I also understand how business works. When you become stronger, I become stronger if we work together. If that person becomes stronger. So if I put you in a better place from a business perspective, now I have a bigger client too.
Right.
So if I get these people businesses to grow, to do a business return to get $500 as opposed to 200, still become richer. So it's a win situation
It's a
all the way
win-win,
around.
right?
And if that's what this was about today, everybody embracing that concept. It's not, basically what you can do for me, but what can I do for you? And ultimately it'll come back to me.
We're wrapping it up. What's the one thing you would like for this? Now that we've had this, and we're on to something else, which is, you said there's going to be a series of events like this.
Yes.
What do you want to see come out of this event, this right here? What would make you happy?
What would make me happy, like I stated before, is if people utilize these services that were in the room today, and connecting with the people that had businesses, not only just the speaker, but even the people that came here and trying to get their business off the ground, the ones who started from the beginning. It would be a beautiful thing to a group of people to support them, to help their business move along, the people who are existing to help them get to the next level, the speakers who are experts in what they're doing, they all have businesses to support them. That's what would make me happy, to see people connected.
Not just passing business cards out.
No, just because we see that all day. That's the new. We are on a whole new thing. That's what I talked about today. That's why I talked a lot about that.
Yeah.
That's why I talked about investing into your business. Put money. That's how you show me you serious.
Right.
Yeah, you can pass a
Right.
card and talk to me all day, but when you make a commitment, a financial commitment, then I know you're serious.
Hey, you got the last word. Anything you want to tell our audience? There's the camera.
Hey, let me let y'all know, it's never too late to get in the game. And you can't win. I see it all on social media every day, all day. Let's keep winning. But if you're not in the game, you won't ever win. Get in the game, get with your team, and I guarantee you'll get to the next level.
Survival Radio Network. We do radio.
Peace.
Can't live without it.
Can't live without it, man.
That's a wrap. Excellent event.
We need a SRN drop.
From B? All right. We need an SRN drop. What do you want to say?
Brian from
Richboi.
Yeah, Richboi, whatever. Listen to
You listen
You're
to the
listening to
number
that.
one radio
There you
station.
go.
Yeah.
He know how to do that thing. On you.
Whenever.
Whatever.
I'm just gonna use the audio.
This is Brian, aka Richboi, and you're listening to the Survival Radio Network, the network that you cannot live without.
Nice. You're a professional. Brian is a pro.
We done?
Yep, we're done.